5 years writing copy across multiple markets, multiple languages, multiple industries. I have written for e-commerce brands, forex brokers, spirituality offers, online education, health products. I have campaigns that generated over millions and campaigns that flopped completely. And along the way, I picked up things that nobody teaches in a course. This video is the shortcut I wish I had when I started. 8 lessons that would have saved me years of trial and error. Lesson 1. Write simple. The best copy I have ever written reads like a text message from a friend. When I started, I thought that good writing meant sophisticated writing. Long sentences, smart vocabulary, complex structures. I thought it showed credibility. What it actually did was slow people down and give them a reason to stop reading. But here's the reality. When someone is reading your copy, they are not sitting down with a coffee giving you their full attention. They are distracted, they are scrolling, they are half listening. If your sentence requires them to think too hard, they move on. Every extra word is a risk. The standard I use now is simple. If a 10-year-old couldn't understand it, rewrite it. That doesn't mean dumbing it down. It means respecting the reader's time enough to say things clearly. The copy that converts is almost always the copy that's easiest to read. Lesson number 2. Speed comes from repetition. When I started, writing one email took me like, an hour. I remember sitting in front of a blank doc thinking about the opening line for 20 minutes. Agonizing over word choice, rewriting the same paragraph 4 times. It felt like the copy was hard because copywriting was hard. So the work was hard because I hadn't done it enough times yet. And what I can tell you is, speed in copywriting is not a talent, it's a muscle. The more you write, the faster the thinking becomes. The structure starts to feel automatic, the hooks come faster, the transitions flow, and when you can write faster, you can take on more clients, produce more work, and compound your results faster than you thought possible. And the funny part is, the only way to get there is volume. So write every day, write even when you don't feel like it, write even when you think it's bad. The speed will come. Lesson number 3. Copywriting without understanding the market doesn't work. I have written in spirituality, forex, e-commerce, education, health, many markets, and every single one of those markets has a completely different language, a different level of awareness, a different set of fears and desires. And what works in one market will completely fall apart flat in another. And the biggest mistake I see beginners copywriters make is treating copy like a formula you plug content into. Copywriting is not the formula. Understand the market is the formula. The copy is just how you express what you already know about the person you're talking to. So before I write a single word for a new client, I spend time reading their customer reviews, their comments, their DMs if I can access them. I want to know exactly how their buyers talk, what they complain about, what they were hoping for when they bought, and what finally made them pull the trigger to buy the product. When you write using the exact words your market already uses to describe their own problems, the copy stops feeling like marketing and starts feeling like someone finally gets it. Lesson number 4. The 4 U's. Every piece of copy you write should pass through 4 filters before it goes live. The first one is useful. Does it give the reader something genuinely valuable, a real answer, a real insight, something that makes reading worth their time? The second one is urgent. Does it give them a reason to act now? Urgency is the difference between someone bookmarking your page and someone pulling out their card. Now, the third one is unique. Does it say something in a way they haven't heard before? The copy that gets ignored is the copy that's just sound like everything else. The fourth one is ultra specific. Vague copy gets skipped and specific copy gets believed. The difference here between lose weight fast and drop 11 pounds in 6 weeks without cutting carbs is the difference between being ignored and stopping the scroll. So this is really important. You need to run every headline, every subject line, every hook through those 4 filters. If it doesn't pass all 4 or at least 3 of them, rewrite it until it does. Lesson number 5. Every line has to earn its place. Here's a concept that changed how I did completely. So give every sentence in your copy a score from 1 to 10. A 10 is a line that stops someone mid-scroll, creates tension, or pulls them so hard into the next sentence they can't stop reading. A 5 is a line that's fine, decent, that gets the point across. Now, a 3 is a line that's just filling space, it doesn't deserve its place. Now here's the insight. If your copy is running at an average of 10 and you add one sentence that scores a 7, you just lowered your average. That sentence felt harmless, it seemed relevant, but it made the whole piece weaker. The standard has to be that every line you add is as strong as the ones already there. A sentence that's just okay doesn't deserve to be in your copy. It breaks the momentum the reader was building, and once you lose the momentum, it's very hard to get back. That's why the way I edit copy right now it's ruthless. I go through every line and ask whether it's pulling its weight. If it's adding tension, curiosity, or real value, it stays. If it's just restating something I already said, filling space, or scoring below the average of everything around it, it goes away. The copy that comes out the other side is always tighter and almost always converts better. Lesson number 6. What's in it for me? People are more impatient than ever, and that's not going to change. The average person decides in the first 3 seconds whether something is worth their time. If your copy doesn't answer the question, what's in it for me, almost immediately, they're gone and they're not coming back. This means the benefit has to come first, not your credentials, not your story, not the features of what you're selling, the benefit. What does the reader get? What changes for them? What problem goes away? Everything else can come after, the backstory, the proof, the details. But the very first thing someone reads has to make them feel like this was reading for them and that there's something worth staying for. If you nail that, you have bought yourself the rest of the page. Lesson number 7. Study what's already working. The best market research available to you is completely free and updated every single day, every minute actually. So just grab your phone, open your Instagram and go to the comment sections of viral content in your niche. Look what people are saying, what they're complaining about, what they are asking for, what they're sharing with your friends. That's your market talking in real time without any filter. So you can look what's going viral and ask yourself, why? What specifically about the post made people stop scrolling? Was it the hook? Was it the format? Was the specific pain point that clearly hit a nerve? When you understand why something spread, you can reverse engineer it into your copy. It's extremely powerful. The market is constantly telling you exactly what it wants, but most copywriters aren't listening because they're too busy writing. They are just copywriters, not copy thinkers. So please slow down, study what's already working, and let the market write copy for you. Lesson number 8. Use AI but keep your own thinking. AI is one of the most powerful tools a copywriter has access to right now, and most people are using it wrong. The mistake I see constantly is people handing AI the whole job. They ask it to write the hook, the body, the CTA, and then they post it without really reading it. And the output is technically correct, grammatically clean, and completely forgettable. Because AI writes from patterns, it gives you the average of everything it has seen, and average copy doesn't convert. What I have noticed, and this concerns me more than people realize, is that the more someone relies on AI to think for them, the weaker their own thinking gets. Creative instinct is a muscle the same way writing speed is. If you stop using it, it atrophies. And you don't notice it happening because the AI output looks good enough on the surface. The way I use AI is as a collaborator. I come with the idea, the angle, the insight, and I use AI to pressure test it, to find holes in the argument, to suggest alternatives I hadn't considered. But the core thing is always mine. The voice is always mine. The judgment about what's right for the market is always mine. AI can make you faster. It can help you get unstuck. It can be genuinely useful, but the copywriters who are going to win long term are the ones who keep their critical thinking sharp and use AI as a tool, not a crutch. And 5 years go by fast when you are actually doing the work. So write simple enough that anyone can understand it. Build speed through volume, not shortcuts. Please study your market before you write a single word. Run everything through the for use. Score every line and cut anything that pulls the average down. Lead with the benefit immediately. Pay attention to what's already working around you in the market and use AI as a tool without letting it replace your thinking. These are the things I wish someone had handed me on day 1. I'm Kayan, and on this channel I document the real side of building a business online. Subscribe if you want more of this.